Oh, good evening, everyone. Just quickly getting a reserve in to replace Woods. Well, young Tommy's actually it's young Tommy who's going to be coming into reserve, and he's going to be in the Renault, which is his own team, the team he races for in League One. So he'll be happy about that. He'll really want it as well, obviously, quite a bit more. Help out the joint constructors. Got Bradfield alongside me in the comments as well, in the commentary box, and he'll be trying not to crash like he has done in recent weeks. Where did you finish last week? Yeah, you got in the points, didn't you? Yeah. Hungary. But, yeah, as soon as young Tommy's in, then we're good to go. And here we go, he's in. He'll find out he's in Renault. No, he did put a message about an hour ago saying the power's out in his area, so have a reserve ready. And obviously he's not made the 8:10. At 8:10, that's when we decide. We have 5 minutes then to get the reserve in. Reserves in, there we go, a couple of readied up. We're all good to go and get this round 14 underway. Yeah, we're not going to speak about a League One race. Did you watch it, Justin? Did you watch Big Crash? Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I started 8th on the mediums, kept up with at the top. Probably quickest driver on track for quite a bit of the race. And then, yeah, safety car helped me out. Safety car literally came out before I came in the pits. Picked P2. Oh, I did P2 and then went to overtake. Stupid. I was too eager to get past. I activated hers on the curb coming onto the straight. And it just flung me in the wall. I got the fastest at that point anyway, so that's some consolation at least. Yeah, not what I wanted, but evening Tommy, evening Theo, evening Ayrton, evening Plotters, evening Vintage. Good to see you all. Looking forward to this one. Yeah, it's quite a narrow track, Zandvoort, so it is definitely one where you're going to see some tight racing. I think end of last season, we are Netherlands, it was the last race, wasn't it, in season 1? And I think Julie won it, didn't he? Julie won this Grand Prix. I think he was battling with McKenty at the front. Oh. Right, let's get this going. I'm not sure what it was in League One. I think it was 1089. I think it was Bill, wasn't it? 1089 or something. It might have been, but yeah, it was definitely about that. Yeah, obviously, Vice Sheng and Sloth. Oh, we got dry quali at least. There we go. Last good few weeks, it's been Vice Sheng and Sloth, isn't it? The top 2 in quali. They've been battling it out. But yeah, so going through the grid today, then we've got. Let's go through which reserves we've got. Firstly, we've got Irish ADHD. That is Argentina. He's changed his name. Good to see him back racing with us, back in the Championship. He has done a couple in League One over the last couple of weeks. Good to see him get back in to the Championship. We'll still call him Argentina, just because we've got Irish New Potato as well, so that'll get confusing. If we call them both Irish, so yeah, Irish ADHD in the red ball. That is Argentina. We've got Serious Mushroom reserving again the Championship. He's in a Haas, partner in Vintage. And as we mentioned, young Tommy's in the Renault replacing Woods. So 3 reserves in tonight. I think we do have this glitch where we're about 40-50 seconds ahead of everyone else. Cloudy race. Oh, so it should be alright for rain then. Yeah, I can't wait for this race. Q3 as well is always brilliant around here. You see cars pushing it, and there's so many curbs. If you clip, as I know, if you just clip them, you can go absolutely flying. Mushroom's had no practice, so just looking to finish. Yeah, Mushroom's got pace, so yep, anything can happen. Yeah, so in terms of pole position so far, Vice Sheng's got 5, Sloth's got 4, Liam's got 3. No one else has got pole position. So just 3 different drivers have been on pole. Yeah, Liam in 17th at the moment. In the McLaren. And Vice Sheng in 20th. I'm sure they're going to finish a lot higher than that. So yeah, that's how it goes in terms of pole positions. So it'd be strange to see anyone else, but this is a track that's quite short, isn't it? 108s you'd expect, possibly 107s when we get to Q3 from a couple. You never know. Doubt it, but it's possible. Might be a bit too much. 108.9 from Bill. Anyway, let's watch some of these cars in their out laps. I think the first one is Williams, and that must be Ayrton. So yeah, I forgot what I was going to say then. Yeah, Ayrton didn't race for us last week, but good to see him back. That was his first race he missed last week. But yeah, good to see him. We'll have a quick look through the standings there and starts his lap. In the lead, it keeps changing hands every week at the moment. We've got Liam back in the lead, 198 points. 196 for Sloth, 2 points between them. Weisheng 17 points back in third, but he is on a charge though, isn't he? So he won last week in Hungary. He's won in alternate weeks. He's won every other week, all the way back to race 3. He's never won 2 races in a row. Really strange how it's worked out. And then the Parkter is in fourth, 49 points further back. So the top 3 is looking good for them to get promoted. But the Parkter's there, ready to pounce if any of them make mistakes. Towards the bottom, Woods is on -5, Alpha Fox -3, and they're both not racing tonight either. Irish is still on 0, but he's only raced in 3 races, so you expect him to push up. And Adams in 17th, also one of the ones not racing tonight. So yeah, not looking too good for them at the bottom. Vintage is then on 2, Theo on 7. So they're the ones in danger. Ayrton's laps look pretty solid. He's been avoiding the curbs at least, hasn't he? And quick dip into the constructors as well. And then we'll watch some of the action. We've got, McLaren in first, 233, 25 clear of Williams, Red Bull in third. That is the battle. Racing Point right at the back with 18 points. And Ayrton across the line does a 109.8. We then have got Liam coming across the line just to start his lap. And then Bradfield, here he is in the commentary box with us. DRS open on the straight, crosses the line, and it's 109.8 for him as well. I don't think, both of those laps not the best. Who have we got next? It's going to be Serious Mushroom. He says he's not practiced much and he's coming into the pits. And next up we have Equaz in the other Alpha Tauri. Been really consistent, Equaz, hasn't he? Since he joined, I think it was in China, his first race for us was. Equaz crossed the line, and there we go, 109.8. Really close between the 3 that set a time so far. I think he came 4th last week, didn't he, Equaz, as well in Hungary? Really good effort from him. Vintage is going to be next. His pace improved so much recently. He's up to P4, 111.1 now. I'm sure we can do much quicker than that. Shadders is next. Shadders invalidated his lap. He's lost a bit of form lately, Shadders. Been really unlucky. I'm sure we'll get it back soon. And Plotter's about to cross the line. Plotter's is a 109.7. Good lap from him. One of the newer additions to the league. Joined a good few weeks ago after being promoted early from League 1. His pace was just incredible. It's about to see Liam cross the line to 109.6. Takes P1 from Plotters as we speak about him. I don't know if Bradfield's doing back-to-back laps. No, he's not. Did you make any mistakes on your lap, or was it just slow overall? Vintage saying, yeah, it was a 108.9, it was. Evelyn Dillon. Red Bull crosses the line, and that is Argentina to start his lap. And I think, is Liam going for back-to-back laps? No, he's not. That's McKenty coming across the line to start a lap, and Equaz does back-to-back laps, 109.4. And yeah, Hungary's quite a short track too. Because they're not that pacey, it might take a couple of laps for them to warm up the tyres, so they'll go for back-to-back and improve. As Vintage improves by 6.5 tenths there, but still not going to be quick enough to get through. Excuse me. You'd think. Shadders is going again. And yeah, he's set a time with Simon Shadders just ahead of Vintage. Alfa Romeo is going to be next. I think that's Plotter's going for back-to-back. And he hasn't improved his time. He's still down, but still up in third. Irish now on a lap, as well as Liam going to go for back-to-back. He come into the pit, so he's not. He'll probably come back out on those scrub tyres, though. You know, he usually does that. We'll go on board with Argentina. Really good to see. He was very nearly a champion last year, wasn't he? He was really close, yeah. Obviously, he couldn't race towards the end of last season. And he goes up into P6. Solid lap from him there. As we see McKenty go up into P4. McKenty and Argentina are both teammates last year, and they crossed the line close to each other. We then have, is Ecos going for another lap? No, he's not, he's invalidated anyway. And now he comes in. And I think that's DC Bevs now across the line to start his lap, and then we have Theo across the line to start his lap too. Theo might be a bit off the pace tonight just because I think he's broken his wheel and he's not got his new one yet, so it's the gear shifts that's broken on it, so he can't. He's got, I don't know how he's done that, but he's obviously racing. Oh, it's Irish, it's a 109.1. Much better lap there. Good there from Irish. Yeah, so he's on automatic tonight, Theo, so he might be a bit slower than he'd want to be, as Mushroom's back out on the track, probably on the same set of soft tyres. And we've got a bit of a break down to, that's not Vaisheng, we've got Irish, Argentina. I don't think he's on another lap, no he's not. Mackenzie Len, also not on another lap. Let's go to somebody who is on a lap. We'll go to, I think DC Bevs must be on a lap, we're going to watch him. Let's go on board and have a little look at the onboard camera. This is where I crashed. I got turned in, I just spun in and hit that side of the wall. Don't know how it leaves me wheel, to be honest. Bevs crosses the line, 109.5 in P3. Vaisheng, there we go, we're going to watch Vaisheng's lap. He is the man to beat at the moment, isn't he? He's been on top form, missed the first few races of the season. He's got some traffic to navigate. Theo gets out of the way nicely. Theo's up into third. I think he's better on automatic. Brilliant there from Theo. Oh, young Tommy, he's spun on his outlap. Any of these curves can just throw you off though, even on outlap it's done Tommy. Yeah, he can go flying around here, and I think that's what Tommy's done. Look how quickly he turns in. And avoid bumping on that curve because that can just carry you along. Turns in really nicely there. There's another place you can easily spin, and Vaisheng nearly does go flying to the wall. You can easily lose the back end of the car there. Tommy gets out of the way nicely. DRS zone number 2 open for Vaisheng. I'm going to go over that curve. Yes, difficult place to go over that curve. Don't want to touch that high curve. Again, stay off the curve over there as well. We'll just bump you along as close to the curve as possible. Don't go full wide there, you're going to invalidate your lap. Turns in nicely. DRS is open. Vaisheng's going to hammer it down to the line, and he does a 108.5, and by 6 tenths takes P1. Brilliant lap there. We missed DT Bevs, got up to 6th. He's now coming in the pits as well. Theo's going to follow him. We have a Renault crossing the line. That's going to be young Tommy to start his lap. He's obviously not got no damage from that spin in, which is good to see. Fast one out lap 2. Serious Mushroom came back into the pits when it had been invalidated again. I was just getting a bit of practice. Shadows is on that, went early on in the lap. Bradfield's also going again, he's in sector 2. Oh, the Parks went up to P3 as well, we missed that. Good lap there from the Parks, good to see him towards the top. And we have, that's Bradfield. He's lost it, he's clipped that curb, isn't he? We'll go on board with the Red Bull of Vaisheng to have a look where he's lost it. He's just clipped this left curb here and then lost the front of the car, has gone flying into the wall. That's what Bradfield's done, so easy that is. Just clip that curb and you go flying. And this is only Q3, so when it's Q1, sorry. So when it's Q3 and it going all out, I wouldn't surprise you if we saw even more of these little crashes. Ayrton's up into P10 then. He's on another lap. Yeah, Bradfield, he's going to go for another lap. But he's in P11, so he definitely needs to find some more time. Shadows in P13. He's a couple of attempts up nearly. Well, he's lucky not to invalidate there. Gets a lot of that curve. Swoops back in onto the straight. DRS is open. See what Shadows can do as he crosses the line. Can he improve his time? He needs to, and he does by a few attempts up to P12. Still definitely not safe there though. Young Tommy's going to be next in. Oh, it's a 128, so slow that there from Tommy. Extra preparation lap. He's got Cryptic Alibi in front as well, so he might have a bit of a toe when he comes to the straight at the end of the lap. Hopefully Cryptic's not too slow though on his lap, because Tommy's going to catch him up if he is. Yeah, vintage Argentina. Miss Favre got to P12 as well, so Favre's in 12. Cryptic and Jake Slayer both on their first lap, so watch Jake Slayer, he's going to be next. Actually, we have got, yes, is it McKenty? No, it's Liam on an outlap, there we go. Jake Slayer then comes onto the straight. His pace has got a lot better in the last few weeks. Well, last couple of months, I should say. But let's see what Jake can do. He's 5th in the standings, and he's up to P3. Look at that Mercedes, 2 and 3. Good lap there from Jake Slayer. We'll watch. Oh, Cryptic's gone deep there. He's got to get off. Oh, I think he's blocked Tommy there as well. He's got to be careful. He went deep there. He should have just stayed on the gravel instead of trying to come back on the tracks. I think that might have affected Tommy. Let's have a look at Tommy's time and see what it is. If it's a bit off the pace, I think we might know why. He's in P13. Yeah, still a good lap. I'm not sure if he was affected by that or not. McKenty's about to crawl. No, he's not. He's going to swoop into the pits last minute. We've got Ayrton. He's down his time. I don't think he managed to improve on a lap before either, so he might be in a bit of trouble, Ayrton. Got a yellow flag, and it's just for a Haas moving out of the way. That must be Vintage. So yeah, Cryptic's back in the pits. Sloth. Oh, we now go on board him, and he's coming out of the pits, and then Mushroom still in the pits too, and we've just seen Liam go up into P5 then. Again, he is back out on those scrubs, and he's improving as well. DT Bevs, he's on another lap. He's a 10.5 up as well. Might pick up a distant toe from the car in front. If it goes down the hill, he probably won't. That is young Tommy. Oh, he's gone a bit deep there, Bevs. He might want to avoid that curb, I don't know. Personally, I'd go over the curb. Of course, you risk if you're on older tyres towards the end of the race. Bouncing and spinning. This is where he might be able to get a little bit of a toe from the car in front. He's not even trying for it, he doesn't think he can. Bevs across the line, goes up to P4, gains a few tenths, good time there. As you can see, Vaisheng 6 tenths in front. Sloth, his main rival when it comes to qualifying at least, also now on an out lap. Vintage is on a lap. Irish ADHD's down at the moment. Argentina. And he gets out of the way as well. He doesn't think he can improve on that. We'll watch Vintage then. He was 6.5 tenths up apparently. He's not even finished sector 1 yet, so we'll believe a well of that. Anyway, that's a couple of weeks. Vaisheng's been well in front of Sloth, and it's been Q1, Q2, it's Q3 on the final run, where Sloth's managed to steal that pole position, and Vintage is down his time as well. We're going to watch Liam's going to cross the line again. It doesn't improve anymore. I think he might be alright though, Lee. If you're in the 109.5s, I think you're alright. Cryptic back on an out lap. Down though, isn't he? He's just up. He's only just up. He needs to find at least 4 tenths just to get into 15th at the moment. That's before Sloth, Mushroom, and Cryptic have even set laps. Young Tommy has crashed. He's crashed. Look, as you see with Vintage, young Tommy's coming out the final corners, lost it. He must have gone flying to the wall. But Tommy, he was in 11th, wasn't he? He was in 11th, Tommy. Possibly in danger of going out. He was obviously pushing it. I think that's an instant by himself. He's just lost it on that curb like I did in the League One race. And Tommy's going to be out then. So even if he gets through Q1, he'll be starting down in 15th. Yeah, a bit of a shocker there then. Vintage is going again. We've got Ferrari, Sfarf now coming out to go again. He does need to improve. He's not even in the 109s at the moment. So he definitely needs to get a bit quicker than that. Liam, I wonder if he's... No, he's probably coming in. No, he's saved up on this lap, so he's going to go for another one now. Of course, the risk is of doing practice laps is that you could spin, as young Tommy's just found out and going to smash it into the wall. And he was. See, he lost a bit of it there as well, and he goes up to P5, so he was looking good there, having a little battle down the bottom. Shadows now across the line to start his lap. Vintage, I wonder if he's up in his time. He does need a good few tenths, Vintage, to put himself in contention, and he's going to be coming into the pits, and I'm not sure he's going to have time to get... Well, you should have time to get back out. Don't forget we're about 40, 50 odd seconds behind. Cryptic crosses the line, goes up to P12, gets ahead of Bradfield even. So Bradfield and Farf really need the time now. Farf, it looks like he's going to gain some time. Serious Mushrooms running out of that, so we'll watch Farf. Tried a new setup, saying Tommy, his last one felt horrible and ruined the whole race for him. So yeah, he's trying his new setup, and this one's not working too well either for him by the looks of it. Farf crosses the line, he's up to 11th, still not definitely safe there, and Sloth goes up to P11 too. Again, Sloth is definitely not safe there. Yeah, you'd think Bradfield would improve, wouldn't you? You'd think Serious Mushroom... Is he now in the pits? Serious Mushroom's being wheeled back into the garage. I think he's going to start last. I'm not sure he's going to have enough time to get back out. Shadow's in 17th and he's invalidated his time as well. This is going to be his last attempt to try and get through. He's struggling today, isn't he? Plotters tied in the pits though, so he's comfortably through. That's not Bradfield, who's that? That's Equals. He's going to come into the pits. Most of the cars all the top are in the pits then. Serious Marshall has retired, so there we go. He is going to start last. I know it's something he's not too bothered about. You know, the first start last and 15th, 16th, and he's stuck in the middle of it. Equals retired then. He is safely through, as are the Mercedes, the McLaren, Theo and Plotters, they're all through. That's why they're all retiring in the pits. Cryptic's definitely not safe though. So yeah, Tommy 15th, obviously going to go out no matter what. Bradfield is up on his time. That's the Williams across the line. I think that was Sloth. Yeah, Sloth is going slow as well, so Sloth's all done. Sloth is done. I think he might be okay, but it's definitely risking it. Farf's out as well. Farf's retiring in the pits. Bradfield's up to 9th. Farf's in 13th. He is definitely in trouble. Cryptic's down too. Shadows is slightly up on his time as well. He needs to find a bit more time though in his final sector. See what Shadows can do across the line. He's only 16th. I don't think he's got enough fuel either. I think Shadows could be going out here. Vintage is on an outlap. I think, yeah, he should make it because of the timing glitch we've got. Irish ADHD as well. Big stage. I'm gonna still call him Argentina. Keep calling them that as well. So we've got two Irish names, haven't we? Yeah, Cryptic's coming to the pits then. So in 15th, he is the man in danger at the moment. Yeah, Shadows is going slow. So Shadows out. Both Renault are going to be out. It's all down to Vintage and Irish ADHD now. Done it again. All down to Vintage and Argentina. I don't think Argentina's going to be able to improve here. I think he could be going out. He crosses the line. And he doesn't improve, so he's going to be starting down 18th. And Vintage is done too. He must have made a mistake somewhere because he's backed off of his lap. So there we have it then. It's going to be an all Haas back row. Trust me, it's not unrealistic. Even though you'd think it was looking at this. But Mushroom in last, Vintage in 19th. Argentina and the Red Bulls going to be starting 18th. And we've got Tommy, Shadows, the Renault drivers, 16th and 17th. So all three drivers out reserving tonight are going to be starting in the bottom 4. But again, people coming in reserving, I do think they go in with a mindset of they're not part of the league in terms of the standings. So they just take it easier and see what happens. See what happens for them. And yeah, Shadows. Oh, I didn't notice that. Look at the gap between Cryptic and Shadows. 3 thousandths of a second between Cryptic and Shadows. Cryptic alibi, you are a lucky boy. Shadows very unlucky, and Shadows, we did say he's had bad luck the last few weeks, and that does sum it up for him. Really close again with it being a short track. The gaps are really closer. And yeah, Mushroom saying he doesn't want to get on in anyone's way. That's exactly what we thought. Yeah, look at that. The time from Wei Sheng. It's going to take something pretty out of the ordinary to stop Wei Sheng getting promoted now, I think. It's looking good for it. He's only 3rd in the standings. And yeah, as we look at that stat, all since race 3, he's only won every other race. He's never won back-to-back races. So that's an interesting stat, that. Yeah, it's a good lap from the Mercedes drivers are looking good, aren't they? Yeah, Sloth down in 12th. He's definitely got more pace than that. But he does always tend to sandbag, doesn't he? Yeah, Wei Sheng at the moment is 49 clear of P3 in the P4 in the standings. So yeah, he won in Hungary last week. Week before in Azerbaijan it was Sloth. Yeah, Liam's not won since Italy. So it's been, I think, 6 weeks since Liam won. But he has got 2 second places and a 4th place since then. So he's been consistent and kept points on the board as well. That's why he's still P1 the standings. And then Sloth as well. Since the second race in Vietnam, he's finished 6th or higher in every single race. So you've got to have consistency to be towards the top. Yeah, Equaz has scored points in all of his 8 races apart from 1. That was in Azerbaijan. As we mentioned, Shadows as well. He's really, really consistent. He fit in the first race he didn't get any points, then the next 6 he was 5th, 7th, 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 4th, 8th, and in the last 6 he's finished 8th and 10th one. Sorry for bringing this up, Shadows. And he's DNF twice and then been out the points twice as well. And yeah, hopefully he'll have a better run of things in weeks to come, and hopefully in this race as well. Farf made his debut in Brazil, got a podium, and he's not got any points in the last 3 races. So again, it just shows you've got to be consistent if you want to be towards the top. Yeah, my strategy in the last race was medium soft, and it worked a treat for me. Even if that safety car didn't come out, I think I'd have been on possibly for podium if I didn't go and cock it up. Tommy's saying he's lagged out. Yeah, we did see he left the session, but I think everyone's got, yeah, did give Tommy a couple of spare invites. So yeah, medium soft is possible round here at a stretch. You just don't want to wear these tyres out too much in qualifying. Jeff doesn't recommend a medium soft, but I don't recommend listening to Jeff. Absolutely not. Only Ayrton and McKenty out on the track, both on different tyres. Sloth's now out as well. Yeah, a lot of drivers, of course, they save their medium run towards the end, and they go out on scrub softs just to put in a banker lap. So we should see some of that. I think that's what Sloth's doing, possibly McKenty as well. But Ayrton's going to set a genuine lap by the look of it. Actually, we'll go on board McKenty. He is first out, isn't he? We'll watch McKenty's lap from above. Yeah, hard to tell if he's sandbagging or not at the moment. I'm not sandbagging, sorry. Putting in a banker lap. Might genuinely want to be starting on the softs, but soft hard as well around here is a strategy. If there's safety cars, of course, it really does change the shape of things. People then change early. It's a 30.4 first sector for McKenty. Tommy has joined back. There we go. If you're in the pits, you can get. Oh, you're not in the pits. I was going to say you can get Tommy a spare invite when you're back in the pits. Yeah, DT Bevs as well, just looking at this down. His last 5 races, he's been 4th, 5th, 5th, 2nd and 5th. So he's definitely man on form, charging up towards the top at the moment, DT Bevs. Here's McKenty then. DRS open. And yeah, he slows down, there we go. So it's a 1:10.9, he slows down at the end of the lap, just because he doesn't want to set the lap on those tyres, doesn't want to go through on them. And he gets out of the way of DT Bevs pretty quickly. I think he did just about in time anyway. Next is going to be Ayrton. Where is Ayrton? There he is. He crossed the line. 1:10.4. There we go. That's a genuine lap for medium tyres. Irish on that lap. He'll do the same as McKenty. I'm pretty sure of that. Sloth, I think, is doing the same thing. Just a. Oh well. How did that not invalidate? Don't think it bothers Sloth anyway, because he's going to slow down as he gets to the line. There you go. Slows down. Could just do a lap on lean, but it's an extra practice lap, I suppose, for Q3. Bradfield's coming up to the line. He's going to be next. And I'm sure he's going to be doing the same thing. He's the type of person that will make a mistake and actually set a lap and not be able to beat it on the mediums. Let's have a look at the time, see if he makes them. No, he's fine. He'll be alright. He should be able to beat that on the mediums. He certainly won't be going through with that time anyway. Bevs then on the mediums. What a quick lap that was. Bevs crossed the line. 1:09.9. He's in the 1:9s on the medium tyres. It's a really good effort, that. As far as Sheng's now starting his lap. Irish. Gonna do the sandbagging as well. Plotters. Sorry, that's the part to there. Plotters is in sector 1. Williams is now coming into the pits. I think that might be Sloth. No, that was Ayrton. No, it was one or the other, wasn't it? I got it wrong. Yeah, Irish did the same thing. Slow down. It's a shame it doesn't let you select 2 sets of mediums. I don't know why it doesn't do that anymore. It did last year, didn't it? Oh, Irish. Putting on a bit of a show for us there. Sliding across the track. Sloth will come into the pits then, I'm pretty sure. As will Bradfield. We've got Equaz on an outlap. We've drawn on. Who's in front at Leeds? It is Plotters. There we go. Plotters. Again, another one that avoids that curb. You can see by Sheng's got Bradfield in front of him. Hopefully he gets out of the way nicely. There we go. He does. Potter's got 1097, another brilliant time that is. Weisheng's 1089 on the medium tyres. Wow. The Parker goes up to P4, even that's a good time. It's over a second off P1. And I think some of these drivers might be praying until the end of the season when Weisheng, as you'd think you'd get promoted, you never know. As we said, all it takes is a couple of bad races, a couple of the consistent drivers can then overtake. But you'd think, wouldn't you? Equals then, now on his lap. That's exactly what I do, bump over that curb. Don't like this track, saying for the moments. Shane saying he had no practice and over half a second quicker. Imagine if he did practice then. Wow. Equals, yeah, I think he does it on purpose. He comes in and goes across the pit wall. Wow, that's a brilliant lap from Equals. Really decent time there from him. Liam's now coming out of the pits. Theo, Jake, Farth and Cryptic are probably just waiting for the mediums towards the end. Not many cars out on track then at the moment. Don't know. Yeah, we will. We don't actually have anyone on a lap, I don't think. McKenty's about to start a lap, and now he's on the mediums. There we go, watch his lap. Liam's saying he must still be feeling the effect from the drink he had on his birthday. Happy birthday to Liam, whenever that was. Don't we know? Some of the stuff you come out with. 4 tenths quicker, finish says he knows he's 4 tenths quicker, so he's not too happy about going out. Here's Prempe saying for many moments, and 2 tenths up McKenty. Yeah, you expect to be up. Doesn't mean time trial doesn't mean everything, but gives you an idea. Yeah, time trial definitely doesn't mean anything. I think I'm really slow on time trial. If some people come in and think, oh, I'm top on time trial, it means I'm going to win the races. Absolutely not. You're about half a second quicker than me on time trial. You don't get near me in the race. You get near those walls though. McKenty then, see what he can do in the mediums. He goes up to P4, so he's ahead of Bevs and the Parker, so that's a good lap there from McKenty. Right in the thick of things there, between P2 and P6, they're the ones that have set their times on the mediums. Of course Weisheng has as well, but he's quite far in front, I think it's safe to say. Yeah, Ayrton's a good few temps off, so he has gone out on the softs, and he must have been the scrub softs. He's now coming in to the pits. Sloth's out on another set of softs. Does he want to start on the softs, I wonder? Maybe he's just doing another scrub run. Let's have a look at Liam. He's on the softs. It wouldn't surprise me if he was starting on softs. He's right again. He's another one. His racecraft is much better, I think, than his quali pace. Yeah. See then as Liam crosses the line, he's up to P2. 1.9 exactly, and Weisheng's still quicker, and that's on the medium tyres. Wow. This is one of those tracks, to be fair. It's not a huge difference between soft and mediums, just because it's a pretty short track. And who is that running off the track? McKenty, I think he's just getting well out of the way of the Mercedes, and Irish is now on the mediums. Let's have a look at Irish then. Again, he gets really close to that right hand side, across the line. 109.4 length for Irish, quickest of the medium runners by a good few attempts outside of Weisheng. Really good lap there from him. McKenty's now coming into the pits. Sloth is on the soft end. Let's see if he goes for it or not. See McKenty's tyre tracks in front, he's being on the gravel. So is it just a split strategies maybe if he does this? Or will he slow down? He's going for it. He's up to P3, so there we go. That's Sloth probably starting. That's Sloth starting on the softs. Still Weisheng's in the lead with the medium tyre time. Unbelievable. I think he liked all the tracks. Let's have a look. We've got a racing point on the track. It's Cryptic. No, it's not Cryptic. It is Cryptic. But he's invalidated his time. It's Theo, the one we were going to look on. As he now across the line again. This is on the medium tyres, and he's up to P9. He's ahead of the Parts' medium time. And again, really in the thick of things there. Liam's just high in the pits. He's happy with his 109. Bradfield on out lap on the medium tyres. He's got time, I think, if he gets this lap wrong, or doesn't improve by much. He's got time. Coming to the pits. Jake the Slayer and Farf, I think they're just waiting till right at the end to do their lap on the mediums. I think Cryptic might come into the pits now. You don't be starting on 2 lap old softs, really, it's not ideal. Williams next, I think Sloth just probably coasting it around. Yeah, coming in now. Cryptic comes into the pits as well. Then have Theo, I think just on in that, yeah, I wonder if Theo might come in and change the soft tyres. It'd be interesting to see. We might just refuel and go again on the mediums. Potter's on out lap on the softs, and he does not think he's safe. Yeah, I think the top 4 I think might be safe. Possibly Irish might feel a bit threatened there in P4 on those mediums if everyone then goes to the softs. But seeing the Scarf and Jet Slayer on, I think Irish might be okay. Well done, Vice, second and third, a race we saw the same mushroom. Absolutely not. Anything can happen. As we say, he's never won back-to-back races before, so you never know as Bradfield goes up to P8, 1099, and again in that really tight battle, isn't it? 3 tenths between Equals in 5th and the Parks in 11th. Really close times there between them. Jake the Slayer's on that lap, he's about to cross the line. Plotter's on the soft scent, and have a little show of his run. He's just losing it for a day, but he's done well to keep that together. So if you get this, go on. If you get this lap right, if everything flows for you, then it can be brilliant. It can be really good, but it's just hard to string it together because there's so many technical turns and the curbs. They're all different curbs. It's a really hard one. See Plotters in. DRS is open on the soft tyres. You'd expect to be through with this. He's up into P4. He's only just ahead of Irish. Few temps off Liam. Sloth's now retired too. Yeah, again, I think Plotters should be okay there on the softs. Bradfield just now coming to the pits. Bradfield's all done. They're definitely risking it with Bevs, Theo, Leparza, Cryptic, all on outlaps on the soft tyres. Ayrton's now coming out on the softs too. Farf's out on the mediums. Jake the Slayer's going to finish his lap. Oh, he's not going to finish that. He's saving up for another lap. Also on the mediums. Has he just invalidated listen next? I wonder if it does listen next there. I think he might be alright. No, he has. He has invalidated this the next lap. That's a huge mistake from Jake the Slayer. He's going to be starting 15th. He's starting down in 15th. On his out lap, he went wide coming onto the straight. Went 4 wheels off and invalidated this the next lap. Really poor mistake there from Jake the Slayer. It looks like he's going to be out 15th. Next across the line is Bev's just starting up. I think we've got Plotters then, and in that Theo's just on an out lap. Yeah, Leparza's going to be next then to set a time, and he's 5 temps up. Tommy's saying, get in there, Plotters, mate. Yeah, Plotters looking good. He's in the pits. Yeah, Plotters is through. Is his teammate through? Let's watch him. Partos, he crosses the line. He's ahead of his teammate just by over a temp. Looks like they're both going to be through. We've now got Equals just on that. Oh, is it cars overtaking each other? There's a car overtaking each other there. McKenty now across the line to start his lap. It's going to be all go when we come towards the end. Quick to Calibi, then what can he do? He's up to P7 on the softs. Brilliant lap there from him. Jake the Slayer does not make the line. Jake the Slayer's out. He's going to be starting down 15th. He will not be happy with himself about that, I'll tell you that. And Farf's going slow. So Farf went up to P12 and he can't improve anymore. So that's Farf done then. DT Bevs is going to be next across the line. Farf is out. Jake is out. Bradfield's in danger here. I can't see Bradfield going through. Bevs is about to cross the line. Bevs is up to P5, splits the Alfa Romeos. Bradfield is out. It's Ayrton and Theo, the two we've got to watch out for now, as Theo goes up to P9. So both racing points could be through here. And they've only got 18 points all season, and this is really a good chance for them. We know Farf is out, Mackenzie is up. Mackenzie and Ayrton, they could knock Theo out here, but Equos is on a lap 2. Let's watch Ayrton first. He's up to P10, he's not ahead of them. Equos is up to 3rd. It's all down to Mackenzie. He's up to P8 and pushes Theo out. Oh, I was looking really good there towards the end. Theo just knocked out, just over a tenth to his teammate, Cryptic Alibi. Cryptic would be really happy to get through on them. So it's only Irish and Vice Sheng on the mediums. The rest all on the softs, but Cryptic in Q3. And Theo nearly was too. Much improved for Racing Point. Quite a few weeks ago, they've both gone out in Q1. And they both nearly went through to Q3. Jake Slayer saying, yep, we saw it, Jake. We were having a good old laugh at what happened to you. There we go. We are all done, and so yeah, we'll have a look through. Confirmation of who's going to be going through, who's not made it. So, yeah, look how close it is, and Fai Sheng on the mediums, of course. So Jake the Slayer without set, that's a risk if you leave it late. If you make a mistake, you might not even set a lap, and Jake the Slayer's happened to him there. Farf's in 14th then, Bradfield in 13th, Ayrton in 12th, Theo in 11th, so Bradfield's got Theo and Ayrton starting right in front of him to try and navigate his way through. And yeah, Sloth again has not looked at his quickest, has he, through Q1 and Q2. He's got Equos and Liam ahead of him on the softs. But let's see if he can do it in Q3. That's usually a moment when he performs at his best. Talking of Sloth, there he is. Going, don't know if he's too happy. That's Cody Slayer. Yeah. You gain an advantage. I don't see how you gain it on the next lap. You can accelerate a tad quicker, really, get a bit more pace. It shouldn't invalidate next lap here. It's miles before the checkered flag. Is really harsh on Jake the Slayer. Here we go then. This is one of my favourite parts of the event. Q3. Theo saying hard soft. If you're on fresh tyres, I'd honestly go medium soft. If you're not very good with tyre wear, then you know. And yeah, if there's a safety car about halfway through and go onto the, well, a few laps in, you can go to hards, can't you? But yeah, medium soft if you're on fresh. The top 10 who are on older tyres, they might want to put hards on after, but yeah, I think medium soft should be okay around here. Who's going to get the camera time? It's going to be Equos. There we go, he's first driver out, so he's going to be the one we watch on his lap. There's only Equos, Vice Sheng and Irish. We might not see so many go for a first run because 8 drivers went through on the softs. They might only have 1 or 2 sets of fresh softs left. Of course, you get an extra set if you get through to Q3. But yeah, some might want to save them for the race in case there is a safety car towards the end. You don't want to be putting on scrub tyres then, so it would be at a disadvantage. So some might want to save a set. And yeah, we do still have 5 cars in the pits. Make that only 4 now because I think one of the McLarens is now coming out. My prediction for pole. Oh, I wonder. I'm going to go for... Oh, I'm going to go for Sloth. There we go. You're going to go... There we go. It'll be Vice Sheng. He's favourite. But I've gone for Sloth. You've gone for Irish. Hopefully the parts gets out of the way, and he does. Equos on a good lap. He's had a great quali so far, Equos. He's clipped that curb. They don't really want to be clipping that curb. It'll take something to stop Vice Sheng, something unbelievable to stop him from getting pole position, but all it takes a mistake on his lap, and it's happened a couple of times this season before. He's dominated all the quali and not got on pole. And all his hard work can be undone at turn 1, as we know. And there we go, Equos' purple sector's been taken by Vice Sheng. Yeah, it has. We'll go back with Equos. Wonder if I can choose another setup since I crashed out in Q1. No, I don't think you can, Tommy. Obviously you can change, I think, the wing, can't you? But it really, isn't it? I think it's only a front wing as well. You can't change the rear. But, Equos got a lot of that curve there, did really well to save it. Equos about across the line. What's going to be the benchmark? It's a 109.8. Let's see what Vaisheng can do. It's a 108.6. Next up's going to be the parts are just on out. That's an incredible time. Irish New Potatoes next then. Yeah, it is some Irish, so he's going to be going again. He wanted an extra preparation lap, but I don't blame him. Plotters is going to be next. Let's see what Plotters can do. He's up to P2, 109.2. It's a good time there from Plotters, really well. Sloth up to P2, 109.1. Yes, he has got more time in the bag, but he's still half a second off Vaisheng. I think Liam's going to be next. We'll watch Liam. McKenty's now come out of the pits. Bev's now come out of the pits. On board with Liam now. You can dominate for 45 minutes in qualifying. If you don't get the first turn right, it can all go wrong. Liam crosses the line, and he's up to P2. That's he's only 2.5 tenths off Vaisheng. That's a brilliant time there for Liam. Really, really good time. No one predicted Liam to be P1. That's brilliant. Theo, I did medium soft. I had the safety car come out for me on that. But yeah, I'd go to lap 20. I'd go, if you're on fresh mediums, I'd go to lap 21. Let's go on board with Laporte. He's now up to P5, so he's just off his teammate there in 5th. Cryptic and Bev's now out. That's McKenty still in the pits, and I think he might just be doing one run. Irish, there we go. Oh, he's a 1,000th off Liam. Wow, really close between them two. They are on the margins round here. It's not the first time we've seen that. Is Sloth going for back-to-back laps? Sloth is going to be going for another lap at least. DT Bev's just on and out lap at the moment. Is the parts are going for back-to-back? No, he's not. Irish isn't going for another one, neither is Liam, so we'll go on board with Sloth because I believe he is on another lap. It's the only rear suspension. It's only the rear suspension that screwed him up, saying Tommy felt too stiff and now it's too soft and throwing his car everywhere. Yeah, it's really hard to find a good balance. My advice to you: copy my setups. I just copy people's setups that are on the same assist as me. Really, go through my friends list, copy them. If it feels good, great. I don't spend loads of time fiddling through every single thing. I just if one's good, great. If it's not, change it. If it's something really obvious, and Sloth's a 10.5 up, so he comes out of sector 2. If there's something really obvious, like I think, oh, I'm really losing the back end here, and of course I'd go onto it and, you know, edit it a little bit. But yeah, I don't put too much care into that. Sloth's back across the line, and he's going to improve, and he does improve by a couple of tenths, but still half a tenth off second. It's really close at about the seconds at the moment, and DT Bev's behind that behind. Let's see what Bev can do. It's his first lap on these sides, and he goes up to 5th again, just a tenth off P4 now. There's a really close battle we've got brewing up there, and yeah, you can't rule anyone out the pole yet. Vaisheng is only a couple of tenths clear, so they've definitely closed that gap, and Cryptic's invalidated time. It's invalidated quite a few laps, Cryptic, in this session so far. I wonder if he'll be going for back-to-back laps. He's definitely got the time to do that and then come into the pits, and he is going to do that as well. I wonder if Bev's going back to back. Nope, he's not. Sloth's backed off now too. The rest are in the pits. Equos and Kenty are on out laps, so Cryptic's the only one on the lap. We'll go and watch his lap. The wall strat, saying serious Russian. Yeah, that was my strategy. Yeah, big advice to everyone. Do not enable your ERS coming out of the final corner, because that is just going to throw you into the wall like it did me. I would have won that unless I made a big mistake. Yeah, no, I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. Oh, Cryptic's got a bit wide there. His car's flung back in. I want to avoid that curb. He does pretty well. Low on fuel, hopefully be able to cross the line. Time once he does his in that to get back in the pits and put on, if he's got any more fresh softs, that is. See what Cryptic can do then. Yeah, he's got a bit wobbly coming to the straight as well. Cryptic crosses the line, and he's only 110. See down in P9 at the moment. McKenty's on lap 2. Equals is on another lap, and he's 6/10 up. Wow. So his first lap probably was quite off the mark for his pace though. Can he get into the 108s? Can he join this battle for P2? Yes, he can. He's up there. He's just, look how close it is. 1300ths between second, third and fourth. But he's right in that battle Equals now. Brilliant lap there from him. I wonder if he's got fuel on board as well, so I think he'll do an extra preparation lap now and then go again. We'll watch McKenty now. He's in P10 at the moment. Not set a lap so far. Oh yeah, he was another one like Shadders is having at the moment. McKenty had a bit of a bad spell for a few weeks, but he's getting out of that now. He got some good points last week, the week after. See what McKenty does as he crosses the line. He's up to P9, just gets ahead of Cryptic. Although it is about half a second clear of Cryptic. He's on the back of that battle for P2. He's only 6/10 off P2. But I think he's got some extra fuel on board. Cryptic is he in low fuel mode? I think he might be, otherwise he wouldn't be going that slow. And have time to get back into the pits. Is it? Yeah, Equals invalidated. I wonder if he's got enough fuel or he might come into the pits. Yeah, he's got time to come in the pits and put in another lap of fuel, and he's doing that exactly. I think Cryptic will do the same. And McKenty, yeah, I think McKenty's racing to get back to the pits as well. Yeah, Cryptic coming to the pits too. McKenty's the only car out on the track then. Hope I won't be in a danger in the race, saying Tommy. I'm sure he won't be. Accidents happen. Sure, F1 would be pretty boring if it weren't for accidents. As we saw, it completely changes the race sometimes, doesn't it? So McKenty now comes in the pits too. He should have enough time. Depends on how quickly those mechanics can change the wheels on his cars. We've got a few now on an out lap. It's not both the Alfa Romeo, sorry, it's the Parks there, and then DT Bevs and the Ferrari, and then Irish, they're the three out the track at the moment. The Parks are his third though, first. So we'll watch him. Cryptic just hated that pit lane board and smashed it. And Tommy's left the session. Did you send Tommy invites? Send him a couple more, because there's a couple of times he's left the session now. Won't pull a Grosjean, I swear, saying Tommy, yeah, obviously under the safety car, I think he's referring to there. When he crashed in Azerbaijan. We saw someone do that last week, didn't we, in Baku? We had Azerbaijan. Well, a couple of weeks ago, I think we had Azerbaijan. Yeah, it was Hungary last week. Anyway, all that time we've been waffling. The part is now on his lap as John is on board. He's got Bevs close behind him. He's got McLaren close in front of him. He's got to navigate his way past. I'm sure McKenty. Yeah, well, McKenty, I don't think he will let him pass, because McKenty's got a race to get to the start line, isn't he? So might be a bit of dirty air here for the partner. McKenty's well clear of him, at no liberty to let him through if he's racing himself. As long as he doesn't get too close. I think McKenty might have to let him through. Yeah, he does have to let him through. There we go. Got too close in the end. And McKenty's really in a race to get for a checkered flag. All the other cars are on out laps now. First four that cross the line are now starting their laps, or on their laps. If you see the part, they're now starting sector 3, and he's up on his time. Going to be improving here by the looks of it. The parts are 3/10 up as he came out of sector 2. Can he get in the 108? I think he might be able to. He clipped a bit in that grass there. You want to stay away from there. Let's see if the part across the line, and what time is he going to be? It's a 1:90, so he's only in P6 at the moment. Bevs back across the line. He's going to improve. He's up to P5. Gets ahead of Sloth as well. What can Irish do? Can he challenge Vice Sheng? Irish crosses the line. He's up into P2. He's only 800. What is he? Yeah, 800's off. Vice Sheng has a good time there from Irish. Plotters, we've got a bit of a wall. The part that went into that wall there, didn't he? Plotters then 2.5 up. Yeah, he's back 2.5 off the battle, isn't he? But yeah, Irish really close to Vice Sheng in the end. Vice Sheng's still got his lap to do himself, see if he can improve. Plotters do. Only 8 for Plotters, Alfa Romeo. Only 7th and 8th, but it could get even worse because Cryptic's back across the line. He stays 10th, but he's really joined onto that battle. Weisheng, what can he do? 1:08.1. Equos is next. He comes into the pits. Equos must have made a mistake. Liam's next on his lap. What can Liam do? 1:08.2, so he gets ahead of Equos. Didn't manage to do much more than that. McKenzie is up. I don't think it's going to be enough though. It's not. He stays in P9. Lepage is done, and Bevs is done, so that confirms it. Weisheng is on pole position. Who would have predicted anything else? I think Denzo can do it. A couple more possibly could get the 170. I said at the beginning of the session we could see a 170. Half joking. And Weisheng was up front. And Sloth even. Sloth. He's in P2. 1:08.3. Look at that. He must have crossed the line just before we were on board. We went on board with the car, but wow. He did get close in the end. 2 tenths off, 4 tenths clear of Irish. He definitely was sandbagging. He's got more time than we know. He had more time than what he was setting. That's really good that there from Sloth. So he's going to start second. Theo, medium softs. And that is, you don't want to be starting hards around here. I think a couple of drivers might. I like to start hards if I'm outside the top 10 nearly every race. But this is one of the tracks. I definitely wouldn't touch the hards around here unless it involved a safety car early on. Medium softs for me if you're outside the top 10. Even if I'm in the top 10, I'd want to be doing that. Tommy's saying he's trying a hard soft. So yeah, a couple of drivers might be on the hards here. I think they'd struggle. But I'm not. I don't know who I am to tell people after the race I had. Irish up in P3, Liam 4th, Equos 5th, Bevs in 6th. Yeah, Alfa Romeo 7th and 8th. Still not bad for them on the 4th row, but could have been a lot better. And then McKenzie and Cryptic 9th and 10th. Whew. Again, that's off the line. Yeah, but I think a couple of times this season, Weisheng's been slower off the line. And Sloth usually... Well, Sloth, I think in Austria, one of them overtook the other off the line. It's happened another track before. My memory's not very good because I can't remember who overtook who, but we've definitely seen a lead change hands between the two of them on the first corner a couple of times this season, so don't be surprised if you see a change of lead going into turn 1. Sloth saying he wasn't sandbagging, he was just struggling but knew he had the pace, so yeah. So he's saying he was struggling throughout the quali, but then he does well under the pressure when he needs to set the quickest lap when it matters most. He gets it done. That's all that matters. As long as you get through Q1 and Q2, as long as you set your fastest lap right at the end, and he's up into P2 because of it. Still, even if Sloth was a bit quicker, set a perfect lap, I don't think he could have touched that Weisheng lap. That's just ridiculous time from Weisheng. Does it pretty damp in the pit lane, so anyway. Let's get our stats going then. Sloth's left the session. Oh no. And Sloth's, yeah, so Weisheng and Irish on the medium. Sloth on the soft, so he's going to be looking good at the start. Sloth has left the session. He's got spare invites. Oh, Arsenal penalty, saying Adam. Adam's not racing tonight, obviously. Arsenal's on as well. I presume he's watching that. But yeah, I forgot that was on. Everton Arsenal tonight. I don't think Arsenal have ever lost on a Friday in the Premier League. I heard that earlier. But yeah, hopefully Sloth can get back into the session. Always happens to at least one driver, doesn't it? Beginning the formation. Oh, who's Weisheng? He didn't like that advertising board, did he? Taking that now. Hopefully Sloth can get back in as soon as possible. Oh, Pepe fingers off offside. Sloth has joined back, there we go. I hope he can get back in his car for the race start though. Sometimes it doesn't let you. Yeah, there we go. So in terms of tyres, it is only Tommy and Jake the Slayer on the hards. Theo's starting on the softs. That is a odd strategy. Someone outside the top 10 to start on the softs. And he's the only one doing that. Hards for Jake and Tommy, softs for Theo. The other 7 are on the mediums, probably going for a medium soft. Which I think is the optimum strategy around here if you're not in the top 10. Cold tyres, saying Sloth, yeah, Sloth, I know Sloth loves his starts as well, especially being on the soft. You really want to take advantage of it and try and get past Weisheng earlier, but you're on cold tyres now as well. Just hoping to get back in that car as soon as possible. It's going to be a cracking race, this. The cars now take up their positions on the grid. Yeah, Jake the Slayer and Tommy, I think they're going to struggle the first couple of laps to get those hard tyres warmed up. They'll struggle for grip as well. Not the best for hards because it's just quick corners all the way around. We call it the go-kart track. It's just constant go, isn't it? There's no real slow corners, maybe one or two. And there we go, now taking up on the grid. We'll wait for the Haas cars at the back. Serious Mushroom now taking his place in P20. There we go then. We have lights, but we don't have any revs yet. Why does it always do this? But now we have lights because we can see the cars are revving up down the bottom right of your screen. And it's lights out and away we go. Sloth is back in his car, I think, although it's a slow start for Sloth because he's on cold tyres. Weisheng pulls away, Liam and Equals, and there's three cars side by side. The Alfa Romeo is squeezing in two. The Haas are going slow, they just want to stay out of trouble. Weisheng gets an excellent start, Liam's in P2, Equals third, Sloth falls to fourth then. Irish in fifth on the mediums. The mediums didn't work for him off the start. Weisheng already has a second out the lead. Jake the Slayer fighting with Irish at the back. Renault's on the penultimate back row. And then Haas down the bottom. Cricklet's getting past Potters for P8. Oh, they're side by side. Oh, McKenty had to back out there. Really aggressive racing there. Really not the best place to go side by side. Everyone keeps it together though. Through the first half of the lap. No one's gone off the track. Farf and Bradfield getting really close. They're going to be side by side as well. Going ball with Farf, and Bradfield's gone deep. And Farf's hit that curb. Ooh. How did Farf save that? That was a really good save from Farf. And let off for Bradfield there. And the cars on the soft tyres are going to be closing up, aren't they? So Weisheng, that lead is already now under a second. So Liam and Equals and Sloth on those soft tyres are going to let them through. And well, not that. Sorry, thought they let them through. I think I meant Mushroom was let through by Vintage, I think. Yes, they'll be catching up to Weisheng on the soft tyres. Weisheng fastest lap of the race. Brilliant first lap. Let's have a look at the position change then. Yeah, so Plotter's lost a few places there, down to P11. Sloth and Irish, yeah, they've both lost a couple. We know about Sloth. Irish, of course, on the mediums as well. The parts managed to get the hard ahead of Bevs. Good start for Cryptic Alibi there too. Shannon's lost a couple of places and the Haas has swapped at the back. Great start for Argentina up into P15. Let's go to a close battle, and we've got Sloth trying to get his way back through. He wants to challenge for the lead at this stage of the race, really, and he's trying to get past the Equals here. They're really close. The rest of the field evenly spread out, pretty close to each other, all within a second still. Plotters is going to look to get back past Theo after losing a few places in the opening lap, but Theo's really close to McKenty, and of course Theo is on freshest softs because he wasn't starting the top 10, he started 11th, so he didn't have to start on his quali tyres. Shadows getting passed by Serious Mushroom. There's the Haas and Renault at that battle at the back. Shadows being passed. Mushroom up into P18. Next up for Mushroom is the two cars on the hard tyre. So Mushroom will be looking to get through the grid pretty quickly. And Liam's over a second behind Weisheng, even though DRS has now been enabled, so he won't be able to get it. Neither will Equals, and Equals could be pretty vulnerable to Sloth here. It's just a few attempts. Equals have no DRS. DRS first straight will be in sector 2. Of course, a long straight, isn't it? On the pit straight. So that'll be Sloth's best opportunity, although Liam has crept back within DRS range of Weisheng, so he'll be able to get it here. You see the activation line in a second. And the DRS enabled here, look. He's not got it. Liam's not got it. He must have just crept outside of him. Oh, and Bevs has lost it. What's he done? Has he clipped that curb? He's clipped that curb, isn't he? He's clipped the curb. And now he's going to have to wait. He's all the way down to the back of the field now, Bevs. Such a shame for him. We were talking earlier, the last 5 races he's been in the top 5. And he's just... Oh, Bradfield. He's facing the wrong way. He's been in the collision with Farf by the sounds of it. So both Ferraris not having the best start of it. Farf, we think, involved in an incident as Bradfield got wing damage. He hasn't got wing damage. Farf and catching up to the back of it, and Shadders is in the pit, so I wonder if he's got wing damage. I presume he has. I don't see why else he'd be pitting. He is changing up nose cone. No end plates missing. That must just be minor, but he is putting on the hard tyres now. And yes, the partner in P6 causing a bit of a train behind him. Cryptic has done a really good job. Both racing points have done brilliantly. I wonder if Theo will think about sticking to automatic. And Sloth's catching up to Equals now, but there is DRS as Vice Sheng and Liam within a second of each other. Oh, so Bradfield involved in an incident with Farf. And again, Liam's not got DRS. I don't know if his DRS is not working or something, but he's within a second before when the activation line was. Not quite sure what that's about. See if he gets it this time. As you see Tommy getting passed by Mushroom. Tommy's on the harder tyre, so he'll be slower at the stage race. There we go. Liam's now got DRS and he's close. He's within 4 tenths. He's going to be closing up. He won't be quick. He won't be close enough here, but he does close up as Vice Sheng dips a tyre into the dirt. And Farf's now getting past Ayrton for P11. It does it on the straight, down inside, into turn 1. Ayrton can't really fight that one back, and Vintage is getting past Tommy. Yeah, Tommy getting past on that dodgy setup, as he called it, as well as the hard tyres. Vintage making the move from Hasselhoff into 15th and 16th. Bevs and Bradfield both had spins, and Shadders have been in the pits, so they're the bottom 3 at the moment. So yeah, Bevs we think just clipped that left-hand curve. We'll go on board with Vice Sheng so we can show you where it happened. He's got a bit wide there. Vice just clipped that left curve there. That left curve, they're all going through now. You clip that, and it sends the front of your car flying into that grey wall there. Again, Sloth's going to be frustrated here. At least he's keeping tabs with the leader because they've all got DRS and they're getting closer. The only person not with DRS is Vice Sheng out of this top 5. Yeah, Lepart is really struggling to catch up to Irish. He's going to have to defend from Cryptic, and Theo's left the session. He's got a few invites, but he really needs points, Theo, in the relegation battle, and it's not going to help him with his connection. Constantly throwing him out the session. It's cost him 1 place already. Cryptic Alibi in P7, really good start from him. Really up there racing. He'll be looking to get past McKenty soon as well. He's really putting the pressure on. I don't know if the Park has got wing damage, but I wouldn't expect him to be well, it's this slow, to be honest. I think he'd be catching up to the back for the top 5 instead of defending from Cryptic and McKenty. Fair play to Cryptic and McKenty because they've done really good start to the race. Clear of Plotters in 9th and chasing the other Alfa Romeo. Still up at the front. Oh, we get Theo. Yeah, it's just getting past Theo's ghost. Hopefully Theo can get back in as soon as possible. And the Alfa Romeo's going to keep losing positions. Jake the Sailor, to be fair, on the hard, hasn't done too bad. He's maintained position and he's keeping tabs with his train. That'll definitely be softs at the end for him unless there's a safety car earlier on. He might then go to the mediums. Plotter's now closing back up on this battle. Yeah, the soft tyres can definitely do 16 laps around here. And Irish is looking really good here as well. I think Irish and Vice Sheng at the moment are in the best seats just because they've got the medium tyres on. And they're, well, Irish is effectively 2 seconds off the lead, isn't he? Even those 3 cars between. So when it comes to pitting, Irish then be on fresh softs at the end. But as we've seen so far, it's not easy to overtake around here unless it's with this DRS train. As Irish, yeah, it's just Theo's still not joined back in the session. I wonder if it's an internet problem instead of a connection problem, because he's not even joined the session back yet. He usually would have by now, but he's falling down the order. Not good for Theo at all. He had a great quality, great start to the race as well. And again, the partner's falling further back, isn't he? And his teammate Plotters is going to be able to catch back onto this train in a second. He might even get DRS here. Kenny going wide. There we go. He has got DRS. That's helped his teammate. Although far from the medium tyres, he's a couple of seconds further back. And, I think it'll only be a few laps before these softs really start to go off, and then Vice Sheng might be the quickest driver on the track. He's already clear of the DRS zone now, and young Tommy's getting back past Sailor Vintage with P16. Serious Mushrooms up to P14, so he's gained 6 places. Good start from Mushroom. That's why he likes starting at the back. He's definitely one to watch out for the points later on in the race. I think Vice Sheng is going to clear away now. Liam's the one. in danger now from Equals, who's in a brilliant P3. Sloth's in 4th, low, Irish in 5th, and he nearly goes into back of Sloth. Let's go wide, and McKent is getting past Cryptic Alibi. That's a great place to make a move, and he's got it done as well. Can he make it stick? Yes, he can. P7 for McKenzie. I think he's had enough of waiting for Cryptic to get past the part, and he said, I'll overtake you and do it myself then. Plotter's right on the back of this now, far from the mediums. Not quite there yet, it's falling further back, it's about 3 seconds now, but Softs will go off in a few laps, and then Farth, Ayrton and Argentina will really come into it. So we'll have a position change again. Yeah, look, Argentina's up 6th place, and it has been Bevis and Bradford have both had a spin, and Theo's out of the session, Sharon's out of pit. But good start for them, and Theo's still falling down the order. Irish and he's the closest one out of them all, isn't he? Look how close he is to back of Sloth. Sloth, of course, has got DRS himself, so it's so difficult. And there we go, finally Theo's joined back. I don't know what took him so long. I wonder if he had to restart his PS4, if he got a game error, I really don't know. And Jake Desai trying to get past Argentina, and he does it easily as well, does it on the straight. Even though he's on the hard tyres as well, so the hard's probably really coming into play now as well. And it's nearly 2 seconds of battle between Weisheng and Liam out in front now. So Weisheng's cleared that DRS, and DT Bev's now getting back past Theo as well. I'm sure Theo will be back in control of that car soon. Yeah, he's lost a lot of places. He's back in his car now. There we go, look. But I think he was 9th, wasn't he? And now he's in 18th. Such a shame. Really is. He's wasted the best life of those soft tyres as well, being out of the session. I don't know what does that as soon as somebody joins back into their car, all the timings go. Anyway, Liam, I think again, Liam's just a bit too far away for Equals to make a move, but Equals has not got the best of exits there as Sloth. He's right on the back of him, he's got a decent toe, he's going to go down the inside, he's going to stick it down the inside. How far back is Irish? We'll watch on board of Irish, get a lovely view of this. They're side by side, Equals and Sloth. I think Sloth's got his nose in front, Equals goes a bit wider, they're going to go side by side to turn 3, and Sloth's gone on the outside, and do they touch? No they don't. How did they not touch? Irish has now got a great run on Equals too. Equals had to back out in the end, and he's got a run on both of them. Oh, this could spell danger. Oh, they touched Equals and Irish. Irish managed to get past Equals. Is Equals going to fight it back? He can't. Brilliant moves there. Equals, to be fair, did a brilliant job. I know he's lost 2 places, but he did a great job to, well, somehow not cause a collision through defending that. Brilliant racing from all 3 of them. And now Irish is looking to get Sloth, and I wonder if Sloth's going to be looking to get past Liam now. And all this fighting is just letting Weisheng go even further forward into a race of his own. He's just not got to make any mistakes. He did last week in Hungary, didn't he? He spun the car on turn 5. He still won. He wasn't punished in the end, but he's capable of making mistakes, and Sloth pits. I wonder if Liam tricked Sloth into going to the pits there. So this Sloth going to put the hards on now. I don't think the mediums will quite go to the end. So yeah, it's hard tyres for Sloth now. And Plotters and Fart, who's that? It's Cryptic and Plotters fighting. They're side by side. Oh, Cryptic's going to swoop back in. And he's on the inside. This is brilliant racing. Plotters on the outside. Bevs gets past Vintage as well. Who's got the better run here? They're going to stay side by side. It's not the best. Oh, and Cryptic is just deciding to run it off the track. Plotters has that place, and I think Cryptic just wanted to avoid an incident there. Plotters takes that position. No penalties yet either. Oh dear, whoever gets a penalty the next minute, I'm really sorry, obviously jinxed that for somebody. Yeah, Sloth's come out in traffic as well, so he needs to clear these cars if he's to make the undercut work, especially being on hards. The undercut's not as powerful. I don't think he's got a good enough exit to get the move done here either. Oh, he's got really good speed though. Is he going to go down the inside? No, he's not. Serious Mushroom. Oh, and Serious Mushroom get lost the back end there as well. Liam's now into the pits. I think Serious Mushroom's done Liam a brilliant job here, because I think Liam might come out in front of this battle. Sloth's been stuck behind Serious Mushroom, although he's going to get, surely he's going to get past him here. DRS is open. And Liam, the parts of Cryptic and Mackenzie are all in for the hard tyres. Where's Liam going to come out? Is he going to be in front of Sloth? I think he is. Yes, he is. Liam stays in front of Sloth and has a lap, fresher tyres. Undercut's not worked there for Sloth. He tried something though. Jake stays in front of him, and he's not going to be moving anytime soon because he's on hards for at least another 10 laps, you'd think. Cryptic getting passed by Bradfield then. And Bradfield, Cryptic's got a brilliant run, but Bradfield covers it off and takes P17. Brilliant battles. Bevs has been in the pits, he's in for the hards then, and that's going to be to the end as well. Yeah, Weisheng and Irish, they're the top two now on the medium tyres. Equos is in third, Plotter's then 6 seconds further back, so Equos is extending it. I wonder if he's going to do soft mediums. If not, I should think he'd probably come in this lap if it's going to be for the hards. Otherwise, definitely better off going for the mediums. Does he come into the pits, Equos? No, he doesn't. I think that's committing to the mediums then. Go in a couple of laps, extend this first stint. See if he can do that. Would be a great achievement if he can. Plotters is in the pits then. I'm sure this is going to be for the hards. Mediums, probably just a couple more laps for the mediums yet. They wouldn't quite make the end, I don't think. And Jake the Slayer. Oh, Sloth's fighting with Liam. Jake's fighting with Liam. Liam gets past Jake then. He's got it done down to turn 1 as well. So Jake's definitely slowest at least through on the older hards. So I think Jake's going to be holding up Sloth through sector 1. And this is going to help Liam pull away. Over a second clear of Sloth. He goes down the pits for hards 2. Hopefully he can recover something out of this race. He definitely deserves it. Deserves a bit of luck, Theo. Jake the Slayer might just have DRS still from Liam. Might help to pull Sloth further forward as well. 5 seconds a gap between the top two. If Weisheng makes a mistake, Irish is definitely there. Love to see Irish finally get some decent points after 3 races without any. Equals, Farth and Ayrton all yet to pit as well. And Jake the Slayer's done a good job of sticking with Liam here despite his tyres being a good few laps older than Sloth. It's really wobbly. There's a tank slapper on that as they come out onto the straight, and I think Sloth might have Jake here, but Jake he's going to have DRS. He's got DRS from Liam in front, and yeah, Sloth is not going to be able to get past. Jake the Slayer's doing a great job here. He's really disrupting this fight between them. Serious Mushroom not falling back either, neither is Argentina. They're going quite slow this battle as Mackenzie's getting past Vintage down to turn 1. Vintage and Bradfield, they're battling because they're both yet to pit either. They're going to be going another good few laps, I think, and putting softs on around lap 20, I presume, of them. Equos still in third, and those soft tyres will be struggling now. He wants to try and go another lap or 2 though if he's put the mediums onto the end. But it's definitely worth more pain now, more gain you're going to get on the better tyres later, because the rest are on the hards that he was battling with, and he'll be quicker than all of them. Especially now they're stuck in a battle themselves. They're not going to be gaining much time at the moment, so I think Equos can make this work. And Weisheng is into the pits now on the medium, so he's going to go for medium hard. He's done this before. I don't remember what track it was, but it was a medium soft track. I think most people were doing that. And he went for medium hards and softs and wide. That would be a warning. And Equos in the pits too, so I think the mediums of him. It is hard for Weisheng. He just wants to stick on the same strategy as everyone else for Weisheng. He doesn't need to make mistakes. Well, Irish doing a medium soft. Irish could be a threat now. Whether Weisheng easily comes out in second. Ayrton in 4th, Liam in 5th. Of course, Ayrton, Farth in 3rd and 4th. They've not pitted either. They're doing a good job though. Farth might have DRS if he can stick with Weisheng. Jake the Slayer in 6th. Yeah, there we go. This is what Sloth wouldn't have wanted to happen, because Jake the Slayer is now over a second behind Liam, and he's just dragging out the space between Liam and Sloth will not be liking this. He needs to get past Jake as soon as possible so he can catch back onto Liam before he sails off into the distance. And Liam might even have DRS from Ayrton soon as well. And yeah, Equos on these medium tyres is in a good place here. They will be tired towards the end. They'll really struggle. He's going to go down the inside of Serious Mushroom here, and Mushroom leaves good amount of room there. Equos might have got one to cut in that corner, but he's up into P8, and Jake the Slayer and Sloth are fighting, and that is a strange place to see him move. Fair play to Sloth there. Goes around the outside, the final turn, gets the move done. Irish is now in the pits for the hards as well. Sloth's under big pressure from Jake though. He's got the DRS. I thought Irish would have gone for waited and gone for the softs, and Jake the Slayer just has to back off there. No room there. And now Soft 2 seconds behind Liam, needs to close that gap. Liam's within DRS range of Ayrton. And Irish has come out just behind Jake, I presume. Oh, and Bradfield has lost it again. He's clipped that curve, he's clipped that inside curve, hasn't he? And on these medium tyres, it's not working for him today, is it? Irish in P7. Oh, he's nearly lost it there. And he's lost a place to Ecos because of that. I don't know how his medium tyres were going. I don't know if he was struggling on them. Maybe he couldn't get them to lap 20. But I definitely think the medium soft strategy would have put Irish in contention with Weisheng there, but now he's lost a place to Ecos. I'm surprised Jake didn't let his teammate through. Of course, Jake's still got to pit. He's got his own race, of course, to worry about, but definitely would have helped Irish. It's been a cracker of a race so far. Action-packed, non-stop racing. Everyone's still going in this race as well. But no huge crashes. We've seen Bradfield apparently have an incident with Farf, and he's spun it himself as well. Bev's hit that inside left side curve, didn't he? Down in sector 2, and Plotter's now getting past the partner on the straight. The teammates switching positions. They're both on the same strategies, so I think it might have been pace-wise. Don't know if they let each other through or what. As for Farf and Ayrton and Mushroom and Argentina and even Jake Estrella, they'll be hoping for a safety car in the next couple of laps. Yeah, they're doing really well, Farf and Ayrton here. Yeah, Liam again will want to get past Ayrton just so he doesn't allow Sloth to close back up. Jake Estrella got to keep Ecos behind him. Ecos will want to get past as soon as possible. Yeah, Jake's still got... How's he got DRS? I was never under a second that round. Don't know how he's got DRS there. Oh, Ecos getting close. Getting close there. Jake's not got DRS on the straight. I fancy Ecos to get past, but Irish behind as well. I wonder if Jake will let his teammate pass. Plot's getting past Young Tommy. Young Tommy yet to pit still. Let's go back on board with Liz battle, and Liam's getting past there, and he's done that around the outside. And I wonder if Ecos... going to fight Jake, but Irish is going to go around the outside of Equaz. He's just not got enough grip, I don't think, on those hards. They're going to go side by side, they touch. Oh, Equaz maybe didn't quite leave enough room there, but they're both still going. Irish is still fighting it. Yeah, those medium tyres just a bit more grip at the moment, haven't they? And Sloth, yeah, Sloth's really not pulling away from Jake the Slayer, is he? So Jake's must have had DRS from Sloth there. Sloth not catching up at all, and Liam now ahead of Ayrton. Liam's looking really good at the moment for P2, isn't he? Of course, Farf's yet to pit. Yeah, Williams up on P4 and 5. Williams doing incredibly. We've got to watch this battle though at the moment. It's a really good battle we've got unfolding here. Towards the back, still Shadow's running last. He's on those hard tyres after that early wing change. I didn't see any incident. Must have been towards the back at the start. He got some minor wing damage. Ecos and Jake the Slayer, then Ecos needs to line it up nicely, and I think he's going to get Jake here. Jake's not got DRS, I don't think, either. Ecos right behind him, getting a decent slipstream, opens up the DRS, and Jake the Slayer's going to try and defend it. Is Ecos going to go down the inside? He does, and Jake the Slayer just swoops in. Oh, and he's done his teammate as well. Irish and Ecos have both been taken out there by Jake the Slayer. Yeah, he's just swooped back in. Swooped back in. It hit Ecos, spun Ecos into Irish. And that's from Jake the Slayer being too aggressive, and there's wing damage there, I think. Oh, I saw a bit of debris flying up there. That's such a shame for Irish. His teammate has just caused that. Mushroom's getting past Ecos as well. Ecos has got wing damage from, I think, from when Irish went into him. Of course, we'll wait till the end of the race and have a look at footage when it's reported, but I think we know who's to blame on that one. Guess who's the first one to get a penalty? It's Bradfield. Yeah, in terms of wins this year, Ayrton's getting passed by Sloth. I think that was manoeuvred. No, is Ayrton going to come into pits? I think this might be time to come into the softs. He's going to stay out one more lap and use the DRS. Good idea from his teammate. In terms of wins this season, Weisheng's won 6 races, Sloth and Liam have won 3 each, the Partners won 1. So only 4 to have won a race. Tommy's in the pits, Ecos unfortunately is in the pits. That's a race, unfortunately for him, ruined. Such a shame he's putting more mediums on. I'd have gone softs personally. Both Avataris towards the back now. Serious mushroom is on the softs. There we go. Irish in 12 has definitely got points on offer here still. Yeah, Ecos in fact got third in China. I think we said he got fourth last time out in Hungary. He has got a third place in China before. Let's not forget about that. I completely did forget about that. I just looked. And here we got Farf. Yeah, Farf's still going. I wonder if he's going to pit on this lap or if he's going to leave it another lap. Liam's close behind. Liam's going to get DRS. Adam Connaughton in a comment saying Jake the Slayer after rolling eyes. Yeah. He's still got to pit Jake. As has Ayrton in Argentina. Argentina's doing a great job in P7 on his medium tyres. They must be absolutely screaming to come in and be changed, and he does come into the pits, and that leaves Plotters quite vulnerable there. He's got his teammate close behind. Kent is there too. Young Tommy, who still needs to pit, is there. Irish up in P11 now. He's going to the end. The Irish absolutely got some points on offer here. It's just such a shame because it could have been a podium, and Tommy, I think he's really struggling. I don't know if he's struggling on that setup there, or if he's just moved out of the way to let Tommy through. He did say he does want to stay out of the way. He doesn't want to upset anyone here. Irish back up into the points already, and in front he's got a battle between the Alfa Romeos and the McLaren, both on older hard tyres, and he is. Jake and Ayrton still got a pit too, so Irish could still even be in the top 5 yet. Maybe even more, depending on what happens, we never know. But at the moment, Voisheng is just dominating, isn't he? He's over 10 seconds clear. Absolutely brilliant so far. I'm going to have a look. Who's got the fastest lap? Oh, Sloth has got 2 seconds, 2.3 second lap. There we go. Of course, we can't even look at that. We'll have to have a proper fish through later on. Ayrton comes in the pit, so we're putting the softs on now, I'm sure. We'll have to have a proper look through later on. Let's see who did get the fastest lap. Who has got the fastest lap even. Liam gets past Farthen. He missed that Winston on a straight. Sloth is going to be looking to get past Farthen now as well, isn't he? Again. Liam's been stuck behind, hasn't he? So that's allowed Sloth to catch back up. And now Liam's past Farf. Sloth needs to get past Farf, and he's gone down inside there. Farf went really wide and swooped back in. Sloth saw an opportunity and went for it. Farf then closed the door, and he's gone wide there. Farf, and he does have to concede that position. This time he's got the DRS. Why if he did that deliberately, Farf? Sloth's got too much pace here, yeah, and Farf does have to back off. Quickly gets a 3-second penalty. Did see him validate a few laps in qualifying. So definitely not a big fan of the track limits. Ranziello is not a big fan of the track limits, is it? Mostly because the drivers like to stay away from the curbs because of how dangerous they can be. I'm sure Farf's going to be in the pits now, and he does get a bit to use a bit of that DRS as well, helping soft tyres to the end of the car. Jake is staying out another lap. I think he's just waiting for a safety car now. Safety car comes out, so he saved a lot of time doing this. Car's going slower whilst he's pitting. Bottas is up into 5th, Bottas up to 6th, against 7th. Irish already back up into P8 now. P8. Kripvik's in 9th. Ayrton. Oh, I've got to say, this is nasty from Ayrton. Because he's come out in P10. He's got past Farf, undercut Farf there. Master move that is from Ayrton. Now he's got Kripvik just in front of him. He's done with being that dirt though. Yeah, he's done a brilliant job there. Farf will be wanting to get past as well. Because Kripvik's really holding him up now. Oh, and if Farf's going to go for it on Ayrton here, he's got to go for it. Side by side, good effort there from Farf. Ayrton knows what he's doing, he's sensible there. Farf on the outside, tucks back in. He's going to get a good run, he's going to get the DRS, but Ayrton's got the slipstream and they touch. And Ayrton's going to fly into the wall and they come together. Farf and Ayrton involved in an instant there then. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but it's a big shame for them because they just needed to be patient and wait to get past Kripvik. Farf now gets a 3-second penalty to Jake Estate. He's finally into the pits. They're both still going. Kripvik would be happy about that because Farf's now got a penalty and Ayrton's further back. Jake Slayer's going to come out of the pits then. Oh, right next to Ayrton. just behind Ayrton, just in front of Bevs. Mushrooms in 13th, he's still for some points as well. Look how close these are, Cryptic and far for the penalties. We've had a couple of minor mentions, haven't we? We have had a couple, but we did say it. Look how the track is really narrow. That's always going to happen here. No DNS, this is brilliant. Let's have a look at who's last. We'll go on board whoever's last for a bit. That's Bradfield. We're watching, but we know Bradfield's quick. He just shows how quick this league is. A couple of mistakes and that's it. He can be last. Vintage in 19th. Aim for Bradfield and try and catch up to him so they can have a battle. Shadders is just in front of 19 lap old Hart as well. Yeah, both Renaults have been really struggling today. Although Tommy is on the back of a brilliant battle down here. We've got Equos in 16th, Theo in 15th, Argentina 14th. Great battle we've got going on there. Let's go back because Irish is getting past McKenty. Oh, and he's in the gravel at Irish. And now he's spun it. Facing the pit lane, he spins it back round, gets wing damage. Irish has been, unfortunately, rolled another into the turn one, and this time it might mean he's going to be out of the points. He's got big wing damage too. Such a shame for Irish. Theo and Equos are fighting out down in turn 1 too. Equos just can't get past. Theo's on older hard tyres. Equos should be quicker at this stage. Yeah, I think Irish will be open for a safety car now. Not sure what happened there, but Irish and McKenty side by side down to turn 1. Provokes everyone up. Ayrton now P9, Farf 8, Cryptic up into 7th. Farf's looking for it on the inside of Cryptic, and Farf touches that curb and goes off. Ayrton manages to get past Farf. And Theo's lost it. Theo's lost it. Oh, I think he's just gone too wide there and swung it back in. Theo down into 17th, and Shadders is going to go around the outside as well. And Equos down the inside of Argentina. Good move there from Equos. I think he must have had DRS as well. Theo now behind Shadows, unfortunately. Race goes from bad to worse for him. Out in front, Liam and Sloth, they're still battling. Half a second between them. And at the moment it does look like by Shane, Liam and Sloth. And the three drivers getting promoted. They're quite clear. And they are the top three at the moment as well, aren't they? 10 seconds to go back to Plotters, and then the park just close behind Plotters. McKenty in 6th. Again, really good drive from him so far, and he's chasing the Barter for P5. Barter is a driver 4th in the standings, so good if he can stick there. At least it keeps him in the battle, doesn't it? Shane, 12.5 seconds clearing the lead. Great battle on the back. Irish unfortunately down 19th. We can definitely close on this battle. Definitely favourite for the fastest lap point as well. Being on fresh softs, like Theo's now pitted for fresh softs, he's now last. There's been no safety cars, but no VSC, no opportunity for a cheap pit stop. But no huge incident really. No DNF so far, so no reason for a safety car. Bradfield up to 18th, Vintage 17th, to Renault now 15th and 16th, and Argentina in 14th, under pressure from young Tommy now. I think he's found his groove on these medium tyres. Farfanet just lagging and needs free involved again. Look how close they're getting. And Jake the Slayer, once some of this is taken Ayrton's positions, and now he's side by side with Cryptic, and he's going to go wide round the outside here. Ayrton's just going to be watching, and he loses a couple of places there. Farf's up into P7 now. He's managed to get past Cryptic, and that's important for Farf, so we can pull away now from this battle. Jake the Slayer, we want to get past Cryptic too. He's not got any penalties. Neither has Ayrton. How quick can they get past Cryptic? Can they get past Cryptic? Bevson 11th is right on the back of this too, and I think he just hit Ayrton as well, because he Ayrton flying forward. Mushrooms 12th too, right on the back of this battle too. We've got 6-car train here. This is brilliant. Mushroom hits that left side curve, manages to avoid spinning though. Barton look to pull away. He wants to pull away from Cryptic as soon as possible. As we said with Fast, no points in the last 3 races. It really he needs to clear 3 seconds though from the cars behind us. He has got a 3-second penalty. Cryptic will need to do the same as well. Cryptic's going to have DRS on Fast to be able to pull back up, and hopefully for him pull away from Jake and his battle behind as well. And it does. And Jake the Slayer goes flying deep down the outside. And he makes contact with Cryptic there too. Ayrton then watching on from behind. Bev's in 11th. Yeah, Fastman getting touched there and a couple of times, didn't he? So he's done well to avoid going off there and losing huge amounts of times and places, and Cryptic's really struggling with his tyres down, so Jake Desai is really pushing him. Right on the back of Cryptic. He's going to go for a move here. No, he's just going to go wide. Well, allows Ayrton in. And I think Jake might. Oh, but Cryptic's still creeping in that DRS range, so gives him an extra bit of speed. And Jake just can't get past it. Got to be careful, Jake, because he's just going into the back. He's getting far too close. He's got to understand that those cars in front of the older hards are going to be a lot slower in the braking zone. Now Cryptic's out of DRS range because Jake has pushed him, which nearly spun Cryptic. Jake's going to go now to the left hand side. He pulls through. It's going to go around the outside. It should be easier this time for Jake, although Cryptic is still there and they make contact again. Cryptic manages to keep in front of Ayrton. Gets a good exit there, Cryptic too. Bevs and Mushroom just patiently watching behind. And Bevs has done a brilliant job after that early spin to get back up into P11 and well within a chance of some points here. Irish New Potato down in P19 is closing back up on that battle. Yeah, it's such a shame for Equals and Irish. They're both obviously out of pit. First affected by the incident with Jake. Sure, Equals will be reporting that at the end of the race. Adam in the comments saying Jake Desai way too aggressive. There's been a couple today we've seen that have been aggressive needlessly and they've lost out because of it. But yeah, I'm sure it'll be reported by the drivers involved. Jake Desai could be in trouble here because Cryptic's got DRS who are behind. Bev's on it and Bev's on his hard tyres. Look, he's down the inside. He's just got a tiny bit more pace. Ayrton wants to stick it. He's got the fresher tyres and the more grippy tyre, and they make contact. And Bradford gets another penalty. Oh, and Ayrton again being on those soft tyres just has to judge it better in terms of those hard tyres round here. So the corners are fast, but you need a lot of traction. Those hard tyres simply don't have it. They're going to be a lot slower in the corners than these softs. And Ayrton still. He's in P11, but he's on for some points here. Mushroom sat there waiting patiently. I think that 6 second gap to Equals might be a bit much for Equals to close up. It's a shame for Equals. He deserves some big points today. That's the Irish. I think Theo deserves some points too, and apart from his obviously lagging out early on. And Sloth and Liam are missing this battle. Look at them down to turn 1. I think Sloth went down the outside. Oh, and Sloth, he clipped that curb when it come out of the pit lane. Kept the car together though, and Liam manages to keep the place. Completely took my eyes off that battle. We've got so much else going on, and I completely took my eyes off that. We've only got 5 laps left before I check crosses the line. What a race, this has been absolutely flown by. Irish closing up behind Vintage, end about to come onto the straight. I think Vintage might have DRS from Shaz in front. This is the battle for P17. Vintage has got DRS, he's not going to give this place up easily. Irish might be late on the brakes though, and he is. He's already been involved in 2 at the turn 1, I'm not sure either of his fault. Irish gets back up to P18. Shadows is up next for Irish. He's on 26 lap old hard. Shadows, fair play to him. I don't think this is one of his favourite tracks. He was involved in an incident earlier on. We think at least anyway, unless he hit the wall because he had wing damage. He had to have a wing change. That's put him right down there, Shadows. But he's still going. He's doing a brilliant job on his hard tyres. 26 laps, 4 more to go. Can he do it? Or will he box the softs and try and go for the fastest lap? We'll see. But Irish is going to look to get past. Bradford's not too far in front. He's going to have DRS here. Irish much better grip too. They're going to go to the back for P2. Liam's still in front of the slow back to the straight. The Alfa Romeos, yeah, Plotters is the fastest of the Alfa Romeos today, isn't he? And Kenny really close to the part, just can't get past at the moment. This is brilliant points from McKenty. If he can at least keep that P6, will he want to risk going to P5? His tyres will start to go off now for the top 6. Maybe not so much for Shane because they're a few laps younger. Far from P7 then. Jake Desai can get the P7 though because he's not got a penalty. And Bev's in there and Cryptic 2 and Irish getting past Shadows on the straight and move up to P17. And fair play to Irish as well. Of course it's in the rules, you don't retire in the pits, but that is a time when we do see some people break that rule, so to say, and involved in a couple of incidents. Really frustrating, right down the back, but he's kept it going. Brilliant to see, makes it more entertaining for us in terms of watching the race. You've still got the fastest lap point to go for. Can't always be at the top. On Slough here, he's got a much better run. He's going to get Liam here. He's down the outside, and Liam's going to fight it on the brakes though, and Slough is going to turn back in. They make contact. And look at this, this is a brilliant battle. And Slough's got a bit of that curve, he's going to fly back in. And he gets the move done. Slough was always going to fly back across there because he was up on that side of the pad. Bumps down the Parcher and Mackenzie, fighting to Mackenzie, so he's back in fly. Oh, he's hit into the back of the Parcher there. I hope he's not got damage from that. Don't think he has. If he has, it can only be minor. But McKenty's got 5 seconds to far behind, so need to be careful from this battle and they don't get too caught in it. And Irish now get past Bradfield as well for P17 down to turn 1. Try and have a quick look who's actually got the fastest at 1:10.8. Vice Sheng's got fastest at. Vice Sheng is in the pits. He thinks. Is he going to come out in P1? I think he is, isn't he? Yep, he is going to come out in P1. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. I mean, if he makes a mistake now and spins, of course it makes the battle a bit, but he wants to keep that fast. We just looked at fastest lap and Bryce Sheng's got it. He even wants that point for himself as well. He's coming to the pits. And it is probably the quickest in terms of lap times in this league. But I've not seen this much of a gap before with Vice Sheng. Of course, Slough and Liam have been battling nearly the whole race and they've been his nearest competitors. Irish has had an incident, so I think that's helped. And Vice Sheng's not made any mistakes, that's why he's been so far in front today. As Bradfield comes in the pits, he's going to try and go for the fastest lap too. I think he might have a little problem at the moment though. Oh, Theo's out of the session again, unfortunately. Oh, Shadows has got a puncture. Left front puncture after 29 laps then, so he's in the pits now for hard tap. No choice. But, yeah, the only problem I think they're going to have with fastest lap is Liam's got a 3-second penalty to Slough in front of Liam. I think he might have that P2 now. Liam is still comfortably third, I think. Yeah, Vice Sheng's now on. Fresh Softs going for fastest lap. Theo's in the pits too. I think Vice Sheng might extend this fastest lap then on a penultimate lap. I thought it was being absolute epic, and Liam's now backed off, and Ayrton's got a 3-second penalty now, so Mushroom could be pushed. Oh, I'm not sure if it'll be in the points because Cryptic's still in P9. He's got a 3-second penalty himself. Mushroom could be in the points here, we don't know. Bevs is looking good though. Farf's not been able to put away, as in Cryptic has done his pace today. Cryptic has been brilliant, and he might yet get some points out of it. Vice Sheng just pulling away further into the distance than the lead. Jake Desay is going to be 7th at the moment. And these softs will still be in better condition than these older hard tyres, that's for sure. Cryptic's had a great sector there, making it look like he's on soft. The amount of grip he's got, and he's going to go for it on Jake here. They make contact, and Jake the Slayer goes wide. That's exactly what Jake did to Cryptic earlier on. I think Cryptic's saying, have some of that. Jake the Slayer has lost 2 positions there. Cryptic and Bevs pass him. He's got to be careful going to the back. Ayrton has fallen further back, goes 1.6 off this battle now. It doesn't look like Ayrton's going to be getting any points, especially that penalty. Mushroom will be looking to get past there and then close up to this battle as we're on the final lap now. Vice Sheng is going through. Bradfield doesn't want to be lapped, does he? But I think Bradfield's going to get lapped here, although he's on fresh softs himself. You never know, but it's been an absolutely dominant performance from Vice Sheng, isn't it? I wonder if that Ghost is going to put him off. That might be the only thing now that can stop Vice Sheng. He's going to get DRS on the Ghost too. Let's have a look at fastest lap. Yeah, 109.7 is going to be from Vice Sheng. I don't think there's any stopping that. What an absolute thriller of a race we've had. still got Mushroom catching up to Equals, and look at this battle. Still got the P7 as a yellow flag, and that is 4. I think that's for Shatters down in P19. He has had a crash there. Hopefully he keep that going. But Vaisheng, here he goes, and Bradfield's got to do another lap now. But Vaisheng crosses the line and wins the Netherlands Grand Prix. Absolutely dominant start to finish. Sloth in the end managed to pull away from Liam. Oh, Sloth's not one, that's a timing glitch. Liam crosses the line in third then. And Cryptic Alibi's lost it, he's lost it. No, he's lost it in the final sector. So he's going to be out of the points. Plotter's in fourth, Parcher in fifth. McKenty crosses the line for sixth. Great effort from him. So I think Mushroom's going to get some points out of this. Farf crosses the line seventh. Jake goes... Oh, will Jake go? Jake just gets up to 7. Bevs just gets up to 8. Farf in 9. Mushroom gets the final point. And oh, that's an epic. Cryptic Alibi. I don't know what happened to him in that final lap, but he was looking good for points, wasn't he? Vaisheng saying, damn, Sloth won the race. Yeah, Sloth was P2. He's out of the session at the beginning of the race. And that's why let's put him up there. Mushroom gets the final point. Look how close it is between 7th and 10th. Bev's good, great to see a recovery from Bev's up to P8. McKenty a really strong P6 for him. So both McLarens, both Ferraris and both Alfa Romeos in the points. Cryptic not happy with the driver around him. I wonder who that was. Serious Mushroom, there you go, Mushroom driver of the day. Cryptic, report it. And yeah, Sloth. Yeah, I think his race, that's another thing we mentioned how far in front Vaisheng was. I think if Sloth didn't have those cold tyres at the start where he was kicked from the session, I really think he could have challenged Vaisheng at the beginning of the race. Unlucky to New Potato saying Equals. Yeah, we saw the instant. Equals, get that in instant report, mate. Oh, anyway. It's the first time that's happened for a while anyway, not a single DNF. Brilliant to see that. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, Alfa Romeo, we said in qualifying 7th and 8th, they could have got better than that. I was thinking about 4th and 5th for them, that's where they finished in the race. Top 3 in the race, of course, Vaisheng was P1, Sloth 2nd, Liam 3rd. Solid race from them. Yeah, McKenty as well, great to see him back up into the points. Jake Desai get some points. He's in that battle with Bevs, isn't he, for P5. Bevs in 8th then, after that early spin. Farf in 9th. He'll be out. Good to see him get some points after 3 races out of them. And Mushroom after starting last. I mean, usually the best way to crawl through the field is with safety cars and instants and people DNFing, but Mushroom's gained 10 positions without any of that, so big fair play to him. Great race, and unlucky to wear it and just be outside the points, and Equals too. Cryptic on that last lap. Oh, brilliant race. Could go through and say something about every driver. Falling a moment saying lost 2 places, penultimate lap. Yep, saw that. Tommy saying even with his car sliding through every corner, it's been fun. GG's lads. Yeah, it must be so annoying with bad setup on, especially at a fast corner track like this. Oh. Yeah, and those cars towards the back as well. Shadows, I know he didn't have a great race, but he's much quicker than that. He keeps going though, kept going. That's what we absolutely love, and it's the only way you'll get through if it's a sticky patch. But great to see. Big thanks to the ones reserving as well, so Mushroom and Argentina and Tommy as well for stepping in. Definitely great to have them in too. Right, hopefully more of the same tomorrow in the Premier League. It'd be great to have no DNFs again. Well, if Netherlands, a tight twisty track. The other race this season we had no DNFs was Vietnam, so both the new tracks, they must like them. You think they would be the 2 hardest tracks, but not the least up. Absolutely brilliant. Anyway, you probably had enough of me yapping on now. I'll let you all go, and we'll see you all tomorrow about 7:30 for the Premier League. See if we can get in the 107s in quali. Thank you all. Good night.